Guys, welcome back to the show. This is 0xfiles. I'm your host Sham. The truth is always out there, nothing but the truth. So in today's video, it's going to be quite different. You probably read the title, Perception and Perspective, the story of perception and perspective. And I want to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to tell you a little story. But before I get to that, of course, you're probably here for the crypto. So I'm going to give you the crypto before I go anywhere. So I'm going to start off with Solana. All right. So those of you guys who don't have the time, take your crypto, and by all means, we're just going to do it within the next 5 minutes, and then you can go on your way. But if you are here for the story, then I would appreciate, hang with me and see what this story is, because there's a lot of thing in there. Right, we're going to talk about this. Right, so Solana, I'm going to start with, because I do have Solana on my charts right now. Solana, I have to say that 185, there's a little bit of a resistance around the $185 level. As long as we can go past that, then we might end up going back to the 197 or even the $200 levels, probably even beyond that. So we have to wait for the market to come back. Again, BTC is the leader, so please do understand this. Whenever we look at the market, we have to understand it's got enough, the market can do whatever it wants, but ultimately BTC is still the leader, right? So unless BTC performs, nothing's going to happen. And right now, BTC needs to, let me give it a second. BTC needs to get above the what do you call this? The BTC needs to get above the $172 level, right? $172, because if it doesn't, then yeah, it's messed up. I'm telling you, it is absolutely messed up. So it's very important. BTC obviously currently dumping a little bit back to 68,900. We might see a little bit of volatility. There's a mark about just over the $71,000 level that we need to get above. If we do get above that, we should be okay. If not, we could come back and test potentially the $66,000 level once again, right? So let's see how that works. Not too fast right now. Also, if anyone's here, please let me know how the audio is. Okay, that would be very nice. I do appreciate that. If you're new to the channel, guys, my name is Sham. This is 0xfiles. The truth is always out there. Everything I've ever said, everything I'm going to say today is going to be here, like a public statement, right? So anytime you can come back and catch me up on it and say, right, you said this. Please do, right? Also, while I'm on it, today is the 7th of April 2024, and the time now is 11:04 p.m. So you know the time in reference and the context, at least that way you know exactly what's going on, right? So that's BTC. I do hope it gets above the 71,769 to be precise. If it can go above that, we should be okay. If not, we might be coming back to test the $66,000 level. That's where we do see a little support. So let's see what happens there, right? So that's BTC. Ethereum, let's have a look at Ethereum and see what Ethereum wants to say. Ethereum isn't looking good, obviously, because of the SEC BS, right? So all the SEC BS we've had, Ethereum has taken a bit of a hit. Again, Ethereum will not recover until BTC does. So we might see a good performance in Ethereum once BTC recovers. Other than that, a bit of a FUD. So let's see what happens there. But Ethereum, we could potentially go back to the $3,200 level. If not lower, a little bit lower probably, but it doesn't look good. Believe me, it doesn't look good for us. For Ethereum to look good, we must get above approximately the $3,679 level. That's when we're going to be looking positive for Ethereum. So I hope that kind of makes sense there, right? I've talked about Solana. I don't need to talk about the others, because the others would kind of just follow the market, because when we look at the total market cap, we've got the similar kind of a story. Right, I'm about to go there just to go and check. So on the 8 hourly, yeah, similar. It's reacting to BTC. So BTC dumps, the total market dumps. We don't want to fall below current $2.49 level, $49 trillion level. If we do fall below that, we could potentially go back down to around the $2.3839 trillion level. So that's all I wanted to say for that particular one. That's the market. There's nothing else to see. Nothing looks positive right now. I know it's Sunday. Normally on a Sunday, we do expect good bullish news or the market to pump, but today it looks like it's going to be bleeding a little bit. Also, if I look at the BTC on the weekly, probably I can see what the weekly candles look like. Believe me, I haven't looked at the charts. I've been off the charts for a good few days now, and I'll explain why as well. On the weekly, it does look good. To be honest, on the weekly, it does look good. This particular level, the $69,000 level that we have right now, the candle pattern. Popcorn yellow striped smile. Thank you, Andreas Rico. Thank you very much. Is the audio good? If it is, please let me know. Right. So anyway, I was almost about to sneeze. So BTC on the weekly does look good, even though it is a bit negative. It is a bit bloody. We did have a bloody week, but the recovery has been good. So the signs are good, but on the stochastic RSI, it's not that good. And when you look at the fear and greed, we're still in a bit of a greed. So just be cautious. That's all I'm going to say. As my previous videos. Thank you, Andreas. Thank you very much for letting me know the audio is good. So as my previous videos, I've mentioned that if you do enter the market with any different, any coins right now, any crypto, whatever you want to buy, please do trade cautiously, buy cautiously, and also make sure to have a stop loss, because that's what you need to protect your funds with, because we are in a bit of a volatile situation right now. Ultimately, until we get out of this situation, things won't look good for us, right? That's the honest truth. It just won't look good for us, right? So just understand this. So yeah, other than that, look, everything else is good, right? So that's the market. Now let's get into the story of perspective, right? And this is deep, right? So if you are still here and you want to hear this story, please bear with me. I might make mistakes. I might offend a few people, but please do understand the full context of this story, and it will make total sense to you, right? So a lot of people may have watched a video a few weeks back. I think it was close to a few weeks back, where I was heavily offended by a bunch of people who have my number basically, who decided to contact me and say they want their videos to be this way. They want the videos to be 10 minutes long. They want their videos to be, not to be too long. They don't want to see the live stream. They want to see only charts. They come for the crypto. They don't want me to talking about anything else, like, what do you call this? Like when I talk about conspiracies or anything, they don't want me to talk about those things. So it was kind of very personal, like, okay, we want you to do this and we want to, and I felt quite offended. I was like, hold on. When I come to YouTube, I'm not coming there for one person. My video doesn't just reach one person. I've seen on the YouTube stats, videos go out to 126, 30,000 people, right? So it's the impressions, it's showing to 130,000 people. So if my video is going out to the globe, to the planet, right? And many people are watching it, people might take interest and want to watch it. Whether they spend 2 hours on it, that's a different story. But if people come for crypto, I always give the crypto in the beginning. So anyway, so I got kind of offended and I said, oh, I don't want to talk about it, and left it there, right? So that's like kind of the beginning of the story. So, and then I kind of gathered myself again. I said, you know what, sorry, I'm going to carry on doing what I need to do. And it messes with your head, right? It messes with your morality, everything, you name it, right? Your emotions and everything messes with it. So really, as a YouTuber who comes out here and throws his heart and soul out to you guys and tells you guys whatever it is in the market and says, this is what it is. I'm not plugging anything. I'm not saying, by the way, there's a whole bunch of links below, and there is one link, but I'm not saying none of that business. I'm not plugging anything here. And I get kind of accused in a particular way. Oh, guys, I can't do this, right? So that's just me, right? Just being me, being a bit sentimental. Anyway, that goes over. Then, you kind of find focus and like, okay, I want to do something that just kind of drifts away. So I'm doing this. So the beginning of the story is that, like last week, one of our YouTube subscribers, who's also our Discord member, he got excited and he wanted to create a cryptocurrency, which is fine. He wanted to create a cryptocurrency. I said, fine, I'll support you, right? But with me, I've always been very transparent, especially on YouTube. Those of you guys who have watched me since 2020 on this channel know that I've many, many times mentioned this, right? I said, I do crypto advisory. I also do token creations and whatnot. So I kind of help out with communities, but I keep them on the low profile, nothing on the high profile, right? So I don't have a website for it. I don't advertise it. I'm not on Fiverr or none of that nonsense, right? Because I know some people go and do that. I don't do any of these things. I'm not selling my products to random strangers on the street or anybody on YouTube. I don't do that. I've never gone on YouTube and said, I'll show you how this is done, or how, to get you guys to come up to me. No, I've just tried to be as organic as possible. So anyway, so the person got interested and said, oh, well, let's create a cryptocurrency. So anyway, I said, okay, let's do a cryptocurrency. So obviously I said, right, okay, whatever the cryptocurrency is going to be, I'll help you. I'll do the technology part of it, and I've been public about it. I'll do the technology part of it. You do the marketing, whatever needs to be done, you do that, right? When it comes to liquidity, I'll get other people and we'll do liquidity together. So we share the burden, right? So because it's your first project, I'll do my best to help you out. So I asked the person, I said, how much do you want to invest? How much do you want to burn, right? So the person said, I want to burn this much. I said, don't burn this much, because originally the person wanted to burn 2 Solana worth of USDC. I said, don't do that. right? And I'll get to the moral of the story at the end, right? Don't do that. And this is all perception, by the way. This is all perception. Understand, this is all perception. Whatever you're going to be hearing right now, whatever you're going to be feeling right now, whatever you're going to be smelling at home right now, whatever you're tasting, you're eating right now, right? These are all perception. This is all your perception. Whatever you're seeing right now on this video is your perception of me. You're going to be having a perception of me. Oh, who is this guy? What is this guy? What's this guy talking about? So this is perception. This is pure perception, nothing else, right? Let me get to the point, right? So I said, don't do 2 Solanas, do 1 Solana worth, whatever it be. So the person, he sent me $184. I said, fine, that's perfect. So he sent me $184. I went to the community and I said, right, guys, if you want to be a part of this, you send exactly $184. Not a penny less, not a penny more, right? You send me $184. So few people were interested. They said, right, we'll get back to you. Happy days, right? So we're all set. We're ready to go. So everything's all good. And I can see the person who asked for it, I'm not going to name anybody, got interested. So fine, you're interested, let's do this, right? And I like the idea, I like the story, I like the narrative, I like the scope, right? And I'm just being transparent. And I said to the person, I don't even give a shit about the coin, but I like those things and I think that's a good thing, right? So I'm going to support you in doing this. So I'm obviously doing it. I'm doing whatever I need to do to get them rolling. So I also create a test token. I said, right, here's a test token, go and test it out, learn. I want you to go and practice and learn, because when you practice and learn, it's like muscle memory. You learn certain things, right? So you can do it so fast. Like for me, when I'm creating tokens on particular networks, I only need one hand to do it and I can do it on a mobile phone. So similar way, when you have this kind of muscle memory, you learn certain things, right? Anyway, so cut the long story short, that's how I said it anyway. So obviously, I get a whole bunch of people coming in. I even have one of their friends come in, and I felt quite offended because when their friend came in, they started asking all sorts of weird questions, and weird as in, like, for example, there's code, where's the code? I'm like, it's on the blockchain. Because if I'm giving you the exact same code, exact same everything, I don't understand why people would question me if it's all transparent. You can go to the blockchain, you can test the test token that I created. That is the contract, and it's the same contract. All I'm going to do is change the name and relaunch it. Right? And then obviously it depends on how much liquidity. So I've created the liquidity in such a way that someone could literally go and spend $10 and buy the entire lot, but that's for test, right? So you learn muscle memory, go and use some bots, go and do some swaps, whatever you need to do. At least you got an option to do all of these things. And again, it's been on Discord. I've been transparent on Discord, right? So I did that, but their friend kind of like, oh, how do I trust you with my money? It's like $184. You think I'm going to run away with your $184? So number one, you already crossed that line because you offended me, right? Okay, fine. I'm still like, okay, fine. Let's give him a chance, right? So then the person's like, return. What? How much am I going to get return? Like, do you not understand? If you launch a coin, if you launch a cryptocurrency, unless you do great marketing and X, Y, Z, you might not get anything, right? So yeah, I provide a service. I'll do that for you, but I'm not charging you anything. But ultimately, there's no guarantee anyone's going to make that money. And anybody who's providing liquidity or doing it, we're all going to lose that money. We're all prepared to lose that money. Your $184, we're all prepared to lose that. And you're not allowed to put a penny more than $184. Something so stupid and pathetic, right? You know, here we are losing thousands of dollars, and someone's here talking about $184 and expecting a return, guaranteed return. Would you want me to guarantee? You know, so who's going to guarantee my loss? I'm going to lose money. Who's going to guarantee my loss? No one, right? So anyway, it's just stupid questions, right? So I'm like totally offended. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Anyway, that conversation's over. Following day, the person turns around and says, can you create another image for another thing, right? So, bro, I've given you instructions to go and practice. You don't practice. You don't want to do certain things, right? For whatever reasons, it doesn't matter, right? I mean, the excuse the person gave was, I might mess things up. What are you going to mess up? That's what it's there for. Mess it up. Unless you make a few mistakes and mess everything up, how are you going to learn, right? And I'm doing this for you. I didn't ask you to give me money for that. None of that business anyway. So I'm getting to the moral of the story in a bit, right? So go and mess it up. I don't really care. That's what it's there for. Go and abuse it. Learn. I just want you to learn. Buy, sell, swap, bots, do whatever. Go and rinse it. Go and kill it. Kill that blockchain if you have to. It doesn't matter. Learn, right? So obviously that's that, and I'm not getting into too much detail, guys, because there's a lot of detail. But I don't want to get into the detail anyway. Long conversations, right? Because I'm fed up. I'm fed up. I'm like, and I'll get to the moral of the story, right? So this is all perception, right? So through this perception, I said no, I'm not going to create another one. Focus on the one that you got, and if you want any more, then I'm going to start charging you, right? Because clearly I'm overwhelmed with your project, which you can call our project, but it doesn't matter. It's your project, right? But I'm overwhelmed, but you're overwhelmed as well, and you're excited. I understand that, but value my time as well. Respect for my time as well. If you're not going to respect my time, you're not doing that, and you think I'm just going to go and pump out coins for it, no, right? Also, for me, the way I look at it, other people are coming on board to come and invest their money, right? And there's no guarantee anything's going to happen. They're willing to do that, but I'm not going to do this over and over again with these guys, because I have a long relationship with these people. I have a trust base with them. I can just call them up and say, right, send me some money. They'll send it over, right? As long as it's for a crypto project, whatever, even if it's for personal use, they'll just send it over. So I can't burn that relationship with these people, right? So I said, second one, yeah, I'm going to charge you. So let's do the first one first, and then we'll do the first one. Clearly, the guy got offended, right? And the perception, right? Perception turns around and says, wow, I didn't realize that you were like this. I was like, what? Is it? I didn't realize you were like this, and something in that line, and turned around and said that you're all about money. And for me, at that point, the moment the person said that, I was like, I didn't ask you for any money. I didn't ask you for any money. I didn't ask you for any shares. I didn't ask you for any guaranteed returns. I was willing to take a risk with you in your venture with my money. And I made a rule. I said, it cannot be a penny more or a penny less. It has to be the exact same amount. To be fair, I asked my friends to come along, and without a question, immediately they sent the money over, right? Your friend's the one who didn't. Your friend's the one who wanted a thing. And all of a sudden, I'm after money. You know what I mean? Perception. So that's all perception. The person ended up thinking I'm all about money. I've been here since 2020. I've never asked anybody to pay me anything. I've never asked anything from anybody, right? But clearly the person has a perception about me. So that just proves how much the person actually trusted me. So anyway, I didn't want to read the long message. So today, earlier on, I just saw the long form message. I didn't even bother reading. I just said, send me the wallet address, bro. Fuck it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I cannot have this emotional thing in my head thinking that someone thinks of me in a particular way. So I just got vexed and I said, fuck it. I can't be bothered anymore. Leave it there, right? So of course I'm getting more messages and I can't be bothered to read. I just said, give me the wallet, sent the money over, happy days, right? And that's it. That's the end of it, right? So, but perspective comes into play right now. So all this time, in this last entire week, this whole thing, I haven't been able to make a video. So the person didn't have any perspective to see that I'm giving my time. I'm out there, I'm talking to people, I'm negotiating, I'm doing whatnot. I've got other work to do. The person's perception didn't see, they didn't understand this, because for them, I'm just theirs. I'm not. Nobody owns me. Nobody's paid me to do anything. I'm not your bitch. You know what I mean? No. I have a life. I need to live my life. Right? So if you had perspective, you would see that. Hold on. Maybe we're taking this guy's time. And I was happily, fully dedicated, but I don't want to be abused at the same time. Right? Where I feel like someone's taking advantage of me being nice. No. Don't take me for granted. Right? And the strong words someone uses, I don't like them. People being sarcastic on their messages, I don't like this. This is the whole reason I blocked a whole bunch of people. Listen, I'm on YouTube. I'm coming here on YouTube talking to you guys, right? And I will answer any questions you guys ask me, right? And I've given people a platform to come and talk to me. You can come and talk to me. You can come to my Discord. You can message me, right? I appreciate people messaging me on the public chat, but if people also message me on the private because whatever reason they can't be on the public chat, fine. But I've tried to stay on the public chat so I can stay transparent, so people can see the full conversation, people can see the full context. I don't like private messages. But people being sarcastic with me or people accusing me that I want a pile of cash, seriously? Listen, there are times when you got to set a boundary. There's a limit. You don't cross that limit. I'm friendly with everybody. I'm inclusive. I welcome everybody. Everybody's welcome to come here, do whatever, talk to me, strategize, plan something, launch a few cryptocurrencies, by all means. I'm all for it, right? But don't think I'm there for your money, because I don't want your money. But if you're going to come here and now I'm going to do project after project, no, well, you're going to pay for your time, my time now. You understand? So that's what it is. It's perspective, right? So the whole entire time, while this person had this perception about me, whatever that was, right? And now their perception is changed. I'm evil, right? I was nice and I'm evil. I'm still here. And you're seeing me. All of you guys on a live stream are still seeing me for who I am. I haven't changed. I have not changed a single bit, right? I'm still here. I'm still the same old man sitting here, right? Still doing my crypto stuff, still talking to you guys exactly as I talk to anybody else, on a phone, on a message, anywhere. I'm straight up. I don't give a damn, because I have nothing to prove. But the whole time I've been looking at things with perspective, right? What does this guy want, right? What level of experience does he have? So for me, I'm always being perspective. I'm looking at things in a particular way. I'm not just looking at one thing. I'm looking at everything. I'm like, okay, what's your intention? What do you want to do? How do you want to do this? What can I do for you? Or what is it you want from me? I'm looking at all of those things. So for me, it's always been perspective. Every single time, perspective. And when I look at certain things I judge for, I'm like, no. My perspective said to me, you're abusing me, mate. Right. So calm down. Right, calm down. You need a boundary. So you want me to do a first project with you? I'll do a first project with you. Succeeds, great. And the worst part is, even today, I actually tweeted on, I went to Twitter and I tweeted, like, I said, look, we're going to do airdrops and this and that. The reason I was going to do airdrops was because I thought if I can get the community rallied a little bit, do a bunch of thing, and I mentioned the specific project where I said that project, happily go and do a few airdrops so people can get some as well. And that will grow the community, grow the holders. Again, trying to help the project. And then the last thing you need is someone to literally come and say, right, you're after a pile of cash. I'm like, seriously? $184? Fuck's sake. I can't stop laughing. I'm angry. I'm pissed off. But I find it so hilarious, right? That I thought, you know what? It will make a great story, right? Great YouTube video, so other people who come and watch this video understand that, guys, there's a real thing called perspective and there's a real thing called perception, right? Your perception are your five senses, and unfortunately they are your emotions and they help you with your thought, and you don't have any control over that, right? That's the real truth. You do not have any control over your perception. You do not have control. And sadly, people forget that, and too many people don't understand that, right? And they come to YouTube and they watch YouTubers, people like me or other influencers or whatever. I'm not even an influencer, but they watch influencers with 1 million subscribers and they have this perception of this person. Stop that. It's not good for you, right? You know, when people FOMO into crypto, when people do other stuff, that's perception. Don't do that. I'm advising you, don't do that. Have a bit of perspective. Look at the market for what it is. Look at the people for what they are. Look at what they want to do and understand that, and don't judge people, right? There are good people out there. There are bad people out there. And I'm not saying anyone's totally good and anyone's totally bad, right? But look at things in a particular way. Like, okay, what is this person doing? What is this person's intention? All right? Look at that, then judge them. And especially when you have a personal relationship, don't do that. That's the worst thing. You're going to privately message me and create a private relationship, right? A private friendly relationship. And you're going to say, you want a pile of cash? I'm the one who's getting community members and everybody to put their pile of cash, whatever it be, $184, right? Burn it for you. So I would appreciate you understand this, that whatever you are going to burn, we were going to burn 5 times more to support you, right? But clearly, it made me realize something. So I had one of my friends earlier on, and he, you know, I kind of showed him the message. He's like, bloody hell, I told you you're going to get into this. I said, yeah, I know, right? So he's always been telling me, he said, look, you need to create boundaries. You need to create rules. People want certain things from you, fine. You know what? People will find it normal for you to charge them for those kind of information. So if anyone messages you privately, go mate, go and fill up a form, right? Set up an appointment and you pay for that. And the funny thing is, I'm being forced to do this. If I'm being accused of trying to make a pile of cash, well then if you want to talk to me, you pay a pile of cash. How about that? And the pile of cash, $184. I'm going to become freaking a billionaire from $184. That's what it's going to be. I honestly, that is so offensive. That is so freaking offensive. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then the person has the audacity to be sarcastic with me on a message. Oh, honestly, unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's just sad. It's just sad seeing people, how they change their mind about you and this and that. And even when they have a particular perception about you, you're like, no, dude, I'm nothing like that. That's not me. That's not me. You know what I mean? I am exactly who I am. I've always been the same person, but I won't let you tread all over me. I won't let you take advantage of me. I won't let you, be all of the thing. I've always been very transparent. All right. In fact, funnily, before we spoke about this whole thing about creating tokens, I actually funnily mentioned to the person, because he asked me, what do I do? And I said, I actually do create contracts, token contracts for people as well. And I charge them. That's kind of how I make a little bit of bread and butter. I kind of mentioned that I charge to create contracts. And here I wasn't even charging anything, and I got accused of trying to make a pile of cash. Unbelievable. But yeah, market's looking good, by the way. So let's get back to the market right now. I don't want to talk about it anymore, guys. Honestly, the thing is it's very important for people to understand perception and perspective, right? When you start looking at things with your feelings, right? Your taste, whatever, and this and that. When you start it's a whole different thing. One thing that tastes sweet to you may taste a little bit bitter to somebody else, right? So it's not all going to be the same. Everyone's not going to have the same feeling. When people come to watch me on YouTube or listen to me or whatever, I'm not everyone's taste. I know that, right? I understand that. I'm not to everyone's taste. And ultimately, some people will see me in a particular way. Some people will see me in another way. Good way, bad way. Some people will sit there and watch me for an hour. Some people will say 5 minutes and they'll be like, fuck it, we're going. This guy's a piece of shit, right? Of course. Right? I know people who probably come and say, this guy's a freaking nutter. We don't want to listen to him, right? I know, it's fine. Each to their own. You are welcome to feel how you want, because that's your perception, you're right, about me. It's fine. But if you look at things with a perspective, it's a whole different story, right? Because I get this quite a lot. Believe me, you're not the first, whoever you are, you're not the first, right? I get this a lot. I get this a lot because I'm a brown-skinned Asian guy. You know what I mean, right? Or Asian heritage, right? So I do get that quite a lot. I get, it's kind of a racial discrimination as well and all sorts of other stuff, but it doesn't matter. I don't really care. I do not really care, right? Why? Because I'm here giving my piece to you. I'm here giving my piece to you and I haven't changed, right? My tone's the same. How I talk is the same. How I'm transparent is still the same. Nothing has changed. The only thing that changes is your perception about me. Right? And the funny thing was, I loved it, how the person changed to thinking I want money. I was like, the moment I mentioned that the second project onwards, I will charge you, right? Because I don't have time to waste. I will charge you. Immediately, the person's perception changed about me. All of a sudden, I'm now the evil, whatever. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's brilliant. Absolutely, absolutely brilliant. So BTC, let's see what BTC is doing right now. So BTC looking healthy, to be honest, looking healthy, recovering a little bit. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this. Andreas Rico, I'm sure you didn't come for this. But anyway, my brother, if you are still here, I appreciate that. Not many people have I always say this, have the stomach to listen to me or understand what I'm talking about or anything I do actually. So yeah, it's a crazy one, but it is what it is. So let's see. Right. Okay, I'm looking at the 4-hourly chart right now. Seem to be bouncing off, but still it's a higher low, right? So I'm not really seeing anything that interesting on the 4-hourly. I'm going to go on the 8-hourly because I want to see this, because I know the chart is going to close in the next 1 hour 28 minutes. So we see what happens there. 69,227 right now, the price, but it doesn't look positive. It has gone to test that 71-ish level. but he hasn't done much, right? So again, it doesn't look that good to me. Honestly, I'm being honest with you, right? It does not look any good to me. Get out of here. Right. Let's have a look at Ethereum again. See what Ethereum is saying. Yeah, well, technically Ethereum is looking a lot better than BTC, to be honest. Ethereum is looking a lot better than BTC, right? I don't know why, but Ethereum looks a lot better than BTC. Solana still doesn't look good to me, right? Solana, to be honest, still doesn't look good to me. It needs to get above the 185, 186 level for it to start being bullish. And ultimately, if it can get above the almost close to $200 level, like 197, it will be fantastic. So that's all I'm going to say. Other than that, I'm not going to make this video any longer. I said my piece. I don't give a crap about what people think about me, right? That's your perception, right? But if you do see things with a bit of perspective, you might understand. And remember, I still don't want your freaking money. I don't give a shit about your money. Keep your money. None of that matters to me, right? Unless you want to send me a couple of BTC, happy days. I'll give you a BTC link. You can send me the BTC, right? Or whatever. But other than that, I don't give a shit about your money. Does that make sense? Unless you want to gift it to me or whatever, that's all good. But I'm not going to give you, or I'm not, like, for example, there was one conversation, one thing the person said, unconditional friendship. I am unconditional. I'm friendly with everybody until people screw themselves up. I can't be friends with people who can't be friends with me, right? I've always been genuine and humble, right? I've given. I'll happily give to you, right? And I don't want anything back from you. But there's a limit to how much I can give to you, right? And there's a limit to the fact that if you don't appreciate what I'm doing for you, that costs me time. And time for me is relevant because it makes money, right? So I can't lose time for you when you're not clued on, right? You know, yeah, I call you, I call people, some people like who are not clued on, amateurs, because you are amateurs. If that's offensive to you, who cares? I don't care, right? I don't care. Right? If you want to hit the dislike button on this video, by all means, I still don't care, right? If you want to unsubscribe, it still doesn't matter. I don't care, right? Because I'm honest about it. I'm not trying to hide anything from anybody, right? So if you have watched it to this end, right, do what you want to do. It doesn't make any difference. I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to give whatever I give. I'm going to do whatever I do. I'm going to talk the way I do, right? And I'm going to help people the way I do. Now, if you don't understand how I help people or what I do, if it doesn't make sense to you, God help you. I can't help you, right? But I still don't want your freaking money. Happy days. Other than that, like, share, subscribe. Let me catch you guys on another one very soon. Keep your money.